Welcome back to another first impression, this time for the anime I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day. Synopsis on any list. At the mysterious orphanage where Sheena lives, death is nothing new to its residents. Girls who no longer have families of their own, who are raised as weapons of war, taught to kill and take the lives of others without batting an eye. Everyone, that is except Sheena, who wishes for nothing more than the growing conflict around her to end. On the night of her roommate's death, Sheena meets a strange girl covered in blood, who smiles despite the turmoil surrounding them. The next day, the girl appears as a student in Sheena's class and introduces herself as Mimi. Initially thought to be a school miss, there are now whispers in the orphanage's halls that Mimi is their secret weapon, an immortal who cannot die. When Mimi is later assigned as Sheena's new roommate, Sheena's world grows even more complicated when she begins living with someone who loves and welcomes death, when all Sheena wants to do is stop it. So this one is going to be all over the place. Now, our main character is Sheena. She's the brown-haired girl in the middle of the picture. And the mysterious girl Mimi is the pink-haired girl on the right. We have that out of the way. Now, in this orphanage, these girls are being taught to fight. However, in this world we have magic, and these girls are all being taught magic to fight. Now, Sheena is not really doing well in magic. She's not that good. They can just summon their little wands, but she already has problems with that. She's not good at magic because I am assuming underlying psychologically, she doesn't want to hurt people. She doesn't really want to fight. She doesn't want to go to war. She doesn't want to fight to hurt other people. That may be a reason why she's so bad at magic, or she's just not good. However, it's an orphanage and she doesn't really have anywhere else to go. So I guess she has to do what she can do. Now, she gets a new roommate, Mimi, the pink-haired girl again. And Mimi she's a very positive girl. She's very happy. She's full of life. She enjoys everything. She likes to eat, to snack. She likes to play around. She also really likes Sheena. And she is a very childlike character. Now, in the show, part of the training to, fight, we have combat training. We have a teacher who can make some kind of, I wouldn't call it monsters, I would say like ghosts or target dummies that act like a person. And we have like combat drills where we spread out as a class and we try to fight these ghosts to then get points. It's a test essentially, which again, Sheena not doing well, but Mimi doing fantastic. Mimi very good at combat. As the rumors were going around that she may be like the secret weapon. Now, in this show, every class has a number. They are in class 14, which is like the 14-year-olds. There's naturally the 15 for 15-year-olds, 16, 17, you get the idea. Everyone has their own number as well. As example, Sheena's, I believe, 1407 and Mimi's 1408. So that is how they are called, because whenever there's a conflict, some war going on or some battlefield, numbers are going to be called. We don't really know what happens after that, But a lot of these numbers are like 16, 17, and partially Mimi also gets caught. Now she always makes it back. So whatever happens, she doesn't really have a problem. But this feeds into the first time we meet her, where she is covered in blood. Like in this picture here, she's covered in blood, but she's not really hurt. She seems pretty positive. She seems pretty happy. And that sets the tone pretty well, apart from, you know, the first roommate of our main character, Sheena, dying, as is stated in the synopsis. Mimi is very positive, but the world and how it is showcased is very dark. Because there's a war going on and we are sending children into this war. Not only that, we are training these children in magic to then send to war. That is the only reason why we are doing this. Why is the war going on? I don't know. They did not explain that at this point. Who are we fighting? I don't know. Same. Did not really explain too much. There's just a big conflict going on in which we have to send children to fight, which is very bleak. Now, this show also does not stray away from some gore. It is not too macabre. It's just blood. As example here, we see her covered in blood. So you have been warned in that. It doesn't shy away from using that blood. We don't really get to see too much of the war at the beginning, but it is always in the background because we always have like alarms going on, and we have the talk about that there is this conflict, and there's a lot going on. Apart from that, so we have a conflict where we are sending these children to war. These children get taught magic in this orphanage. We have Sheena, who doesn't want to fight, and we have Mimi, who is her new roommate, who is very good at fighting, which is already, you know, a little bit of a problem personality-wise. I do have some pictures you can look at here. Here we have Sheena, we have another classmate, these two, which are also in the picture over here, which I have my own thoughts about. Here we have the nurse that seems to be responsible for Mimi. We have Mimi and Sheena. I believe this is also Mimi. I mean, the animation is good. The art style I really like. It is just a really big contrast between the dark background and the very positive character we have. But apart from the conflict, there also seems to be an underlying idea of Yuri going around. Because, I mean, in this picture, you already see, like, these two girls, they seem pretty close. And you always see some of the girls being a little bit closer to one another. And it's like, it's very Yuri coded. Now, it doesn't help that the way to help someone heal, you need to infuse your mana into them, and you do that by kissing them, which, you know, reminded me a little bit of some other shows like Fate, even though that is not really how it goes. It doesn't matter. So it does have the Yuri coating over it, but it is essentially, we are teaching children to fight in a big war that is going on. We don't know why. We don't know against whom we fight. Now, also, we try to uncover some of the secrets. As an example, what are these rumors surrounding Mimi about? Because the rumors are that there's like a secret weapon that this orphanage has for like generations. And that one is really strong. It's like a super weapon. But people don't really know what it is. Or if it's a person, an item. We don't really know with Mimi why she's so strong. Is there something? Because we don't really have too much information at the beginning. It's very sparse. With like in-depth information for some parts. Like how is the magic system working? How is the power scaling? We don't really know. I mean, it is pretty early on. It's the first impression. I did say this is going to be all over the place. So far, a war, training children, some intriguing stuff about Mimi and the magic system and what the war's about, who are we fighting, what is really going on. Is there more in the background? The nurse also seems a little bit weird. Especially how Mimi talks about the nurse. It has some really intriguing parts. The animation is good. Art style is also good. I do like the characters, especially the contrast over like a more subdued Sheena who doesn't really want to fight. And then we have Mimi who is very bright, very positive, but is willing to fight. Or very good at fighting, at least. It is an interesting show. I did not expect that, especially the picture is very positive. Now the title, not so much. So let's see what other people thought of the first couple episodes. AnyList has it at 76%. My anime list has it at 7.8 with 5,000 users. That is a pretty solid rating. We have over 5k users. That is also a lot of people. I personally would put it at like an 8 out of 10. It is interesting. It is intriguing. I am definitely going to try to see where this is going. I am missing a bigger hook. I am missing a little bit of that, hey, give me a little bit more of the information. Why are we fighting? Is there something big going on? Give me at least a little bit more of that. And I would be even more excited about it. But it's still a very interesting show.